thanks for hanging out with me today. We will be going through the Templar PvP healer. It's a lot of fun, super good. With a few changes, you can make it into a damage build or whatever you want to do with it. Really, this is uh this is the stat sheets for it. We're an Argonian. We run almost 30k magicka, almost 31k health, and 20k stamina. Now this is outside of PvP. So keep that in mind. Our magic recovery is sitting at almost 1100, health at 86, and stamina is 500. Depending on your race, of course, it's going to be different. I like the Argonian just for the extra healing and the potion bonus. So if you do a tri-stat bonus or tri-stat potion, it just makes it a much better tri-stat potion. Running 2700 weapon spell damage, that helps us with our healing. And their resistances non-buff are 33.9k spell resistance and pretty much 31 physical with a 2100 critical resistance. So if we buff up, we go to 42, pretty much 43k spell resistance and 40k physical resistance on our sword and board bar, which is super good. Also, does our okay, so that's super good. You are very tanky. Even on this bar, you're 41 and 38. Okay, so super good there. I run the ritual because 8% healing is just excellent. Then if we go to our food, I guess would be the next best thing to go through. Bewitched sugar skulls. If you need some magic recovery, you can do clockwork citrus fillet. If you're struggling with sustain, I recommend just switching to a Breton instead of switching the food. And also, if you become someone who really likes to use ultimates, the Nord is really good and it gives you more resistance. And I just run these tri-stat potions because they have 100% uptime, and it just gives you a ton of bonuses when you take it. So yeah, that's that. You can also run these, and then they'll give you a bonus too from the Argonian skill line called Resourceful. It gives you over 3,000 health, magic, and stamina whenever you drink a potion of any type. Next, we'll go through the gear. My main go-to sets are Heartland's Conqueror, because on my front bar I can have Powered, and on my back bar I can have Decisive. So you just pump out a ton of extra healing. I run it on weapons and jewelry, and then on my armor I run Ethereal Ascension because it gives you a ton of defense, increases your block and sprint, dodge, and break free cost by 20%, but it's still super worth it. Then I run the Marking Ring of Majesty for a little bit of extra weapon and spell damage and a good chunk of armor. You could switch this out and run Gaze of Sithis, but sometimes I like to block. So it just depends. Like if I know someone's coming at me with like a ton of pin, it's helpful to block, but at the same time, either one works well. I've thought about switching to Gaze of Sithis again and trying it, but I haven't farmed it yet on PC. So I have to work on that before I do that. So with running the mythic item, we don't run a monster set, so put my shoulder piece here, and you can either run anything that adds armor, adds healing done, adds any type of recovery that you need, whatever you want here. I run a reinforced helmet that adds armor for the 1-piece set. That's how we get so much defense. Or you can even run Earth Core if you prefer. It's not as good as it once was, but it still has its usefulness. Let's see, nothing else through there that we needed. Some of the other sets you could run would be Blood Spawn. This gives you a chunk of resistances. You can almost keep this up as a healer because you're going to get focused a lot. And it helps you regenerate a ton of ultimate. It's super good. You can also run Sanctuary, which I don't know if I have any on this character at the moment. I do not. It just gives extra healing for the whole team. And Ring of the Wild Hunt's not bad either. Especially if you are in Cyrodiil, because it's nice to be able to move 45% faster outside of combat to get to your allies whenever they need you. Let's see, anything else I can think of? No, not right there. Nope, that's about it. Earthcore, Sanctuary, Gaze of Sithis, Blood Spawn, Wild Hunt. That's really about it. Dark Convergence isn't bad because you can throw like a shard and pull in some enemies possibly if they aren't paying attention. So next we get into our skills. We run Rapid Regeneration. It's good, helps out. The more lower health your team is, the higher each tick will be on that person. Lustrous Healing. You summon a restoring spirit with your staff. It just puts a big open heal there, which makes life super good. You can mess around. It gives you a big area to stay in and still get that tick. Combat Prayer. This is a good burst heal for anyone in front of you. And it also gives a pretty good chunk of resistances and increases damage by 5%. That's always a big plus. All those are. So you're healing, boosting damage, and boosting resistances. You should keep this up at all time on your group, especially in Battlegrounds. It's super easy to. Then next is Channeled Focus. This increases your resistances by a ton. If you stand in the circle, you get healed by a very good chunk, and you also get magic recovered to you the whole time. So it's super good. Then you have Breath of Life. This is like your oh crap heal when people get away from you, like teammates, and you need to blast them for a good heal. Then we run Life Giver on this bar. You could also run this one. You could run this if you're going into a big group. This is probably preferred because it'll lower damage of everyone by 10%. Then your teammates can synergize it to get bonuses for synergizing. So it's super good. And then back bar, we run Extended Ritual because it heals and also cleanses harmful effects, letting your allies synergize it, giving it a synergy bonus. And it also cleanses all harmful effects and heals them. Next is Heroic Slash. We keep this up at all times just to build ultimate like crazy fast. And it also reduces the person attacking you's damage by 5%. Energy Orb. This is goes in a straight line. It heals pretty good, but it also gives your teammates the ability to synergize on it, in giving synergizing bonuses, and gives them a big chunk of health and magic or stamina. Living Dark. This pretty much gives you health anytime you take damage, and it also slows anyone attacking. So put this on, and if you're trying to flee, it'll slow the enemy down. If you're just trying to stay in the middle of it, it'll just help you pretty much reduces the enemy's attack by a big chunk because of the heal every time you take damage. Then radiant oppression, we use that to attack with. If you see someone getting low, you can hit it to help get them down quicker. And then practice incantation. This is just a massive heal. Your magicka runs out or you're about to do a huge push, you can go with your team and pop it, and you'll heal them for a ton. Everyone will stay alive pretty much. It just makes life super easy. And again, you got the restoration ultimate, which just gives big chunk of health to whoever receives it, and also cast regeneration, blessing, and protection, steadfast word for free. What else could you do? Undo's okay, so like if you run in, get in a sticky situation, you can hit it, you'll go back so many seconds. Barrier's good, also gives a big shield to your team. I think that's about it. Undaunted, you want to grab both of these passives. One gives you synergy bonuses, the other one gives you 4% extra stats. Always your class abilities: alchemy, medicinal use, super good. Makes your potions last the full duration of when you can take the next one. I think all heavy and light. And then I just take all the passives in every skill line I'm using. Anyway, this was a short guide for this build. Super good build. I may try to get some gameplay uploaded to it. I usually jump in and forget to even record, but it's a lot of fun to mess with. It's very enjoyable. Let's see, whoa, where am I going there for? The style I'm wearing is the Glimmeril hat, Skin Changer Cuirass, Ascendant Knight Pauldrons, Ascendant Knight Gauntlets, Skin Changer Girdle, Skin Changer Greaves, Ascendant Knight Boots, Ebon Shadow Staff, Steadfast Sword, and Nazareth Shield. And I am running I gotta look at the colors. I actually don't remember what they're called. Hazardous Chartreuse. And then the Drowned Cobalt. I just think it's a good combo. It looks cool. You stand out a lot, especially when you get in the light. But anyway, I do appreciate you all stopping by, watching this video. If it's helpful, I really would appreciate a like and a subscribe. We'll be streaming a little more frequently. We use the community tabs now to post when we are going to stream, so keep an eye out on those. You'll see them if you're subscribed. But anyways, thanks again. We'll catch you in the next one.